Okay, so let's talk about speech and language milestones. But before we do, it's important to have an understanding of the difference between speech and language. So when we talk about language, we're talking about receptive language, so the understanding of language, and expressive language. So that's the words that we use and the way in which we use them. When we're talking about speech, we're talking about the articulation of sounds in words, so how words and sounds are pronounced. Okay, so let's talk speech and language milestones for children aged 3 to 4 years. At this age, attention is still quite single-channeled, and this means that a child may really struggle to shift their attention if they're really engrossed in something. You might need to really come down in front of them and gain their attention. Children this age should be able to follow instructions with up to 3 simple pieces of information. And they should also be able to retell little stories in an order that makes sense using short, simple sentences. We do also expect children this age to be able to respond appropriately to simple WH questions. So what doing questions, where and who questions. And we also expect children to understand simple concepts and opposites like big and small, same, different, empty, full, clean, dirty, etc. Okay, when it comes to speech for 3 to 4 year olds, we expect children this age to be around 75 to 90% intelligible to unfamiliar listeners. So there may still be some speech error patterns hanging around. So really common will be children this age using an interdental lisp. So that's where the tongue pops out in between the teeth for those S sounds. A couple of other patterns you might still hear at this age are, one is called velar fronting, and that's where those back sounds like k and g sounds are simplified and brought to the front of the mouth. So for instance, a word like car might sound more like tar, and a word like go might sound more like dough. Another common process at this stage is called stopping of fricatives. So that's where long sounds like the S sound or the F sound are substituted with shorter sounds like the T sound or the B sound. So for instance, sun might sound like ton and fish might sound like bish.